There I was. I had 4 gigs: TotalMuscle.com, Oz, the gay club, Disneyland as a fry cook, and then LA Fitness, 2 LA Fitnesses, La Habra and Fountain Valley, working as a personal trainer, all at the same time. And thankfully, one of those 4 personal training clients was Jim Franco. And one day I was complaining to Jim Franco on a Monday morning because he's like, man, why are you so tired this morning? I'm like, Jim, now I work like Friday, Saturday, Sundays at a nightclub, and I don't go to bed till 3 a.m. And so I literally woke up like 2 hours ago, and I just got 2 hours of sleep. And it's a Monday morning, and I'm here to train you. And I'm tired. I'm exhausted, man. I can't seem to get clients. All these people are fat walking around the gym, and I can't seem to get clients. And he goes, you know why you can't get clients? I go, why? He goes, because you don't know how to sell. You're an order taker. I'm like, what do you mean I'm an order taker? What does that mean? He goes, someone goes to the restaurant, they're hungry. They're already going to eat. The waitress, she's just going to take their order. She's an order taker. Now, if she's good at selling, she could upsell you on drinks and cocktails and dessert. And if she had great personality and is enthusiastic and really delivers great service, she can also beef up her tip. But otherwise, she's an order taker. I'm like, shit. He goes, so you're no different than her. I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, well, I sold you 6 months of personal training, man. You come here 3 times a week for 6 months. He goes, you didn't sell me that. You just filled out the paperwork. I came in here looking for a personal trainer to work with 3 times a week. And I wanted to hire someone for 6 months, and everyone said that you were the best personal trainer here in this gym. I was like, damn, you're right. So I was like, well, then what do I do, Jim? And so Jim was in his 60s, energy for days, owned this multi-million-dollar software company. And he goes, you want to know what you need to do? You need to learn how to sell. And the next day he shows up with 3 books, Tom Hopkins, Brian Tracy, and Zig Ziglar. And I was so young and dumb. The Tom Hopkins book said, selling for real estate agents. And it was the first book of the 3 on top. And I'm like, Jim, this says like for real estate agents. I'm a personal trainer. How's this going to help me? He goes, look, dummy, you need to hear a personal trainer each time you read real estate agent. Otherwise, selling is selling. And I read Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, Tom Hopkins in the order that he gave me, listened to a whole bunch of Brian Tracy cassette tapes in the months that followed, started selling like no one's business. Like I was selling 12-month packages, $4,000, $5,000 packages. Of course, most of it goes to the gym and I'd get a commission out of it. But I very quickly I ended up quitting Oz. I ended up then quitting Disneyland because I was working full time. And when Jim Franco saw that I was all of a sudden working full time as a personal trainer, still trying to get TotalMuscle.com to fire, but that was just not working. I was way too early to the online game. I told Jim, I said, man, like my schedule's packed. I'm packed. This is great. I appreciate you for teaching me this. I go, the next thing is I need to open up my own personal training studio. He goes, well, how much money do you need? I go, probably $55,000, right around there. I just need like 2,500 square feet and I'll be a personal trainer. He goes, cool. Do you need a business partner? I go, I guess. Are you going to loan me money? He goes, sure. So he loaned me the $55,000 for 8% interest. This was the worst deal ever. Yet look at another lesson I got to learn from Jim Franco, the shark of all sharks. He loaned me $55,000 for 8% interest. He was my 50-50 business partner in Premier Results, my first personal training studio. And I paid him back all that money at 8% interest, and the agreement was that he'd still be my 50-50 business partner. And what was rad is when I learned the skill and he saw that I used the skills that he handed me in those books, he was willing to then be my money man and allowed me to leverage his money in exchange for starting a business. And then he's like, hey, now that we're 50-50 business partners, it's only you and your personal training studio. You're just trading time for dollars. Why don't you get some other personal trainers and start scaling your business? And I had never heard the term scaling a business because up until that point, I was always trading my time for dollars. And so before you know it, I hired a second trainer, third trainer, fourth trainer. And at one point, Premier Results, my first location, because I had 5 in total after a few years, but my first location of Premier Results, the one that I had Jim as my business partner, we had 11 personal trainers working for me, some part-time, some full-time. All I did was the sales, and then I would hand off the client to the personal trainer, and we were doing about $75,000 a month in revenue with about 25% profit margins. And of course, once I saw that happening, I was like, Jim, I think I'm going to open up location 2, 3, 4, and 5. Do you want to be my business partner? He's like, nope, the rest is all you, man. I've taught you everything you need to know. And so I opened up more locations on my own, and that became the catalyst of me becoming an entrepreneur, of me learning scale and structure and a good product and bringing in the right people and using the right processes to be able to create wealth and not just make money.